All right, I wanted to stop by and I just wanted to say something quickly. Um, there is this misconception that certain races work very, very hard and certain other races are what you call lazy. And the reason why I wanted to address this, you know how you wake up, and you're not intending to, but a video or something hit you in the face, from all the social medias and stuff that we have. And I wasn't gonna really say nothing because I'm like, be careful with your brand, be careful what you're saying. You don't want to offend people. And I'm an offender because I'm a truth teller, but you don't want to just be offending people for the sake of offending them. But I really thought about it because this is an image that's being put out there, and people look at images. And because so many of us have been portrayed in a light that's not fair and that's not honest, I wanted to address this today. So anyway, there was this Mexican and they were had this show going, and he said that people can say whatever they want to say about Mexicans, but the one thing you can't say about us is that we're not lazy and we work hard, is what he said. He said that we work hard. And they showed an image of a homeless person that was all dribbled up and he was black and all that kind of stuff. And that's why I wanted to come over here, and that's why I wanted to address that. Because number one, the image that they showed you, number one, you probably don't know what happened to that person's life. That person could have been a military vet, could have been wounded by war, could have anything could have happened to him. You can tell that it wasn't a person that was on drugs because he was an older person. So when they flashed it, it was an older person. And I thought to myself, I was like, that's so stupid. And then he said, you don't see any of us like homeless. Now, that's what caught my attention. Because if anybody live in your cities from Skid Row, you know what I'm talking about, California to Dallas to Chicago to any of these places, you know that there are homeless Mexicans. You know that. And so, but that doesn't equate to you necessarily being lazy, though. Sometimes you don't know the information behind the thing. But the reason why I wanted to address that is because people put this information out there like, and you knew it was racial because the person said Mexicans. And so it's letting you know that it's these certain thoughts that people have, right? And then they flash this image of a person who was black. Now, I'm going to show you what laziness is. I really didn't know what laziness really was until I started working toward my goals and dreams. If you want to know what laziness is, pursue the vision that God gave you. And you're going to find out real quick what laziness is all about. Because when you start pursuing goals and ideas and dreams and you start jotting things down and you start working, you're in motion. Your energy is in motion. And a lot of times people will tell you, don't tell people what you're doing. You don't have to tell people what you're doing. You don't have to open up your mouth and say, hey, I'm doing A, B, C, D, F, G. No, 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 no. You're in motion. People see you going to the library. People see you checking out that book. People see you at a bookstore. They see what business book you're buying. People say, oh, they're trying to figure out how to start a fashion line or how to do this. Like, you are in motion. It's not your talk, it's your walk. So anytime that you're pursuing something in life, you're in motion. And when you're in motion, people are looking at your motion. They don't necessarily care about your words. You could be sitting there talking about, yeah, I'm pursuing my goal. Like, people like, yeah, but you're sitting there though. So you know what I'm saying? Even though you are pursuing your goal, it's not the talk, it's the motion. So let's say you're driving from here to San Francisco. People see you driving to go to a meeting. People see, oh, so you're in a meeting about this, huh? Oh, so you were talking to these partners, huh? Oh, so you're in this job interview, huh? Oh, so you're trying to do this, huh? It's your motion that's speaking. So a lot of people don't understand what the attack is about. So a lot of people say, well, I'm not telling people my dreams and I'm not telling people my goals. That's true, but they're looking at your motion. They're studying your energy field. They're looking at what you are doing. You understand? I'm gonna give you an example. Remember that scripture where Nehemiah went to go build the wall because the wall was all broken down? And remember when Nehemiah said, I did not tell any man anyone, not even a beast that I rode up on, what we were going to do, which was scout out the area, right? And what their plans were. But didn't Sandoval, or whatever his name was, Sandoval and Gresham and all of them, they kept, the people he kept getting back, we heard. I want you to pay attention to something. We heard, never that they saw. I want you to go inside of Nehemiah and I want you to look at that. You're not going to see where they said we saw, or we saw you building the wall. We saw you walking around scouting things out. We saw this and we saw that. You'll never see that. What you're going to see is that we heard. I want you to pay attention. We heard. So when you're in motion, understand that people are talking and information is getting back to people. And that's how people are finding out what you're doing. They're hearing about what you're doing. You don't have to get out into the atmosphere and say, hey, I'm starting my own business. Hey, I'm starting my own show. No, people are looking at what you're doing. They looking at your studying. But I'm in my private though. Sweetheart, privacy is an illusion. It's an illusion. It's an illusion. I'm here to tell you guys, it's an illusion. So a lot of times things are spiritual and people can peep in on things. They can see things, they can watch things. And when you are in motion, that is speaking. You have to be in motion in order to pursue something. And that alone is speaking. Now let's get back to this lazy thing. I didn't really understand what laziness was until I started pursuing a dream. When you see people trying to steal from you, when you see people pinching from your ideas, when you see people trying to stop you, block you, hinder you, screw you, do you, when you see people making up all kind of stories so they can try to make you look bad, knock you out from connections, knock you down, all of that, sweetheart, is a part of laziness. See, people got a definition for lazy. Oh, they don't want to work. All this, all that. Laziness is way bigger than that. So I wanted people to understand that you got these people out there that's always trying to convince people of just how much hard they are working. But we all know that when you're working hard, you don't have time to convince people you're working hard because you're actually working hard. Everybody knows that. Matter of fact, don't nobody even see you because you're so busy working hard. So a lot of people fail to realize that true laziness, if you want to know what it is the spirit of theft. Because the reason why it's theft, because it steals from your life. If you're being lazy, it's stealing from your time, it's stealing from your gifts, it's stealing from your talent, it's stealing from your ability. But it's also laziness on the other part of people. If you're pursuing everything that you're designed to pursue, or that you want to pursue, or that you have a love for pursuing, and everybody's trying to copy you or steal from you, or jealous of you, or hating on you, trying to manipulate you, trying to throw energy towards you, trying to harm you, trying to distract you, all of that is laziness. Because instead of people taking their energy and their effort to use it towards whoever they design to be and whatever they supposed to be doing, they so busy worried about what you doing, looking at what you doing, that they rather try to stop you, block you, hinder you, screw you, do you. All of that is laziness. Why is it laziness? Because they don't want to tap into, who am I? What can I do? And then let me start doing that. They're taking their energy and their effort and they being lazy. They being jealous and petty and lazy. So again, I just wanted to address that because the truth is, in every race, you have lazy people. In every race, you have hardworking people. And then in every race, you have smart working people. So there's a difference with smart people, smart working people, hard working people, and then what you call just lazy. Some people are smart workers. You don't necessarily see them doing laborious work, but they're smart. They've learned how to tap into their gift. They learn how to do things that they enjoy. So it doesn't feel like labor. It doesn't feel like hard work. They enjoy it. They have fun and they're not lazy. And people think, oh, they're lazy because they're not working so hard. No, they're not lazy at all. And then you have people that work so hard to their fingers and they sweat and they tears. That's what you call hard laborious work. And then you have those who love to lie, cheat, and steal and plunder from other people. And then they love to convince you that they are such hard workers. That's what you call deceivers. So, guys, I just wanted to remind you that just because you ain't humping, don't mean you ain't a hard worker. Bye bye.